I decided to do a brief little video on how to work out the challenging unit conversion problem that I put in GoFormative. That is not for credit, so don't worry about losing credit if you didn't do it, but there will definitely be a problem comparable to this level of difficulty on the exam, which will be, if you want to get an A on the exam, that's a good level to be able to do. So I wrote the information that the problem gave, and there you can start with almost any of the given information. I'm going to go ahead and start with the child's body weight and convert it to kilograms. So I'm going to go ahead, if you to show your work, which you will have to on an exam. At the end of the exam, you will have to upload handwritten work, take a photo of it and upload it. So get in the habit of being able to show your work. So for any unit conversion, I'm going to start with some given piece of information. The conversion factor will be given to you unless it's one of the simple metric conversion factors. You want pounds in the denominator so that the units cancel, and the units you're trying to get to in the numerator. All right, so the pounds cancel, and when I go ahead and plug that into my calculator, I get that 28 pounds equals 12.712 kilograms. I am not going to account for sig figures until the very end because it's a multi-step calculation. So now I have the child's body weight in kilograms. And so I'm going to use the information that tells me how many milligrams of drug I need per kilogram of body weight. So you can do this in one continuous long calculation too. I'm doing in separate steps now just to kind of make it more evident what I'm doing. All right, so again, you need kilograms in the denominator so your units cancel. The units in the numerator will be milligrams of the drug. And then go ahead and plug in the appropriate numbers. And so when I do that calculation, it's 12.712 times 75, and that says that I need 953.4 milligrams of the drug. All right, so now I have to get the concentration of the drug, okay? The drug has 125 milligrams per milliliter. So I'm going to take the 953.4 milligrams of drug that I determined I need, and I'm going to use this as my conversion factor. So milligrams again needs to be on bottom, and milliliters on top. And then this is going to be a division, right? So it's going to be 953.4 divided by 125, which is in the denominator. And that tells me that I need 7.6272 milliliters of the drug solution, okay? Now, the question specifically says, how many milliliters of the liquid should be administered in each dose? And then earlier in the problem, it says the drug is administered twice each day. So you have to be really careful. So 7.627 milliliters is the amount per day this child should be given. But since there are 2 doses per day, that means that each dose should be half of the total dose for the day. And so if you divide that by 2, you get that 3.8136 milliliters per dose. Now, since we're in Unit 1, and I said in Unit 1 you have to pay attention to and report all your answers with the correct sig figs, we've got to look back and see how many sig figs we should report this with. So let's look at all the conversion factors. This has 3 sig figs, that has 2, 3, 2, okay? So we multiplied with quite a few numbers that only have 2 sig figs. So our answer cannot have more than 2 sig figs. So I need to round the 3.8136 to simply 3.8. Now the units are milliliters. Please, some of you are not paying attention, are not reading an entire question and go formative, and it makes extra work for me to have to go in and make your answers right because you included units. 99.9% of the time in Go Formative, the question will ask you not to enter units. So please pay attention to the instructions given in the Go Formative questions and how to format your answers. So that's it for the challenging question.